Hi, Brickies. It's Mrs. Juzwicki. Happy Friday. The story I have to share with you today is Chickerella. This is written and illustrated by Mary Jane and Herm Osh. The Easter egg farm I read to you was by Mary Jane Osh. When they do these stories, Mary Jane designs the clay molds and Herm designs the sets. Chickerella had a wonderful chickhood until one night when a fox got into the coop and carried off her mother. Chickerella's father, now a single rooster, did his best to raise her, providing her with a happy and stable coop life. And then a few years later, a hen from another farm showed up with her 2 daughters and convinced Chickerella's father to marry her. Chickerella was excited to have a new family. She even put her sewing skills to use, making 3 dresses as welcome gifts for her stepmother and new stepsisters, Avumelda and Chickerella. "Oh, such a sweet girl," said the stepmother with a smile that gave Chickerella hen bumps. Before long, the stepmother set Chickerella's father off on a wild goose chase, and then she proceeded to redecorate. "Oh, this doesn't look like home anymore," Chickerella said. "That's because it's my coop now, not yours," said the stepmother. "You have too many clothes. I want you to let out your dresses to fit my girls." But what will I wear?" asked Chickerella. "You're a servant now. You only need 1 dress, and you won't be living in the main coop anymore." From then on, the stepmother locked Chickerella in the spring house every night. Chickerella's days were filled with work. She prepared all the meals, but was not allowed to eat with her stepfamily. She ate the bugs that clung to the spring house walls and drank the crystal clear water that bubbled up through the floor. After a short time on this odd diet, Chickerella noticed that the shells of her eggs were becoming more and more transparent until soon she was laying eggs of pure glass. One day the stepsisters came home all aflutter. "Oh, the prince is seeking a bride," said Avumelda. "He's invited every unmarried hen to the fowl ball," added Chickerella. "I've always wanted to go to a ball," said Chickerella. "Don't be silly," said the stepmother. "The prince would never marry a servant." "Who wants to get married?" Chickerella asked. "I just want to see the fancy ball gowns." "Out of the question," answered the stepmother. "Now start making my daughters look beautiful. We don't have much time." Chickerella's next few days were filled with frantic preparations. Making the stepsisters presentable wasn't easy, especially when they kept adding their own exasperating touches to their outfits. When the big night arrived, the stepmother locked Chickerella in the spring house. And later, as Chickerella was dozing off, the spring house fizzed with sparkles. "Yikes, who are you?" gasped Chickerella. "What, you never read a fairy tale? I'm your fairy goose mother. I've been watching your stepmother run you ragged. Why don't you speak up?" My father will fix everything when he gets back." "You don't wait for someone else to fix things, dearie. You take charge. Fantastic eggs, though. How do you do that?" I think it's something in the water." "Oh, yeah. I put a spell on that spring a while back. Cool side effects." "Fairy goose mother, I'd love to go to the fowl ball." "So go already. Although why you want to go is beyond me. The band is Penny Pullet and the Rock Island Reds. They sound like chicken toenails on broken eggshells." "Well, I have nothing to wear. If I had some silk and a few beads, I'd make a gown." "I'll speed things up." The fairy goose mother waved her wand. "Sky blue pink's my favorite color," cried Chickerella. "It's beautiful." "Yeah, I'm good. Could have made a fortune as a fashion designer." "Oh, now I remember the story," Chickerella exclaimed. "You'll turn a pumpkin into a coach." I don't do transportation, dearie. I'll call you a cab. But at midnight, the cabbie goes off duty and that snazzy outfit goes poof." Chickerella was thrilled to see all the gowns at the fowl ball. The prince was charmed by the exquisite stranger and danced every dance with her, even though they couldn't carry on a conversation over Penny Pullet and the Rock Island Reds music. And here's the band in the back. And when the band finally took a break, Chickerella heard the clock strike midnight. "Oh, I must go," she cried. And as she dashed out the door, she felt an egg coming on. "Oh, I can't stop to lay an egg." But there's no holding back an egg that's on its way, especially a slippery glass one. Chickerella ran headlong down the castle steps. She was too late. The cab drove away, and then the gown disappeared in a burst of fireworks, and Chickerella ran cluck naked all the way home. The next day, Chickerella heard a commotion. "Hear ye, hear ye! The prince seeks the mysterious hen he met at the fowl ball. The only clue she left is his egg. All single hens, please present your eggs." "Oh, look, mine have big yolks," said Calestra. "She has a big yolk," said Abumelda. "The egg must match the one in this velvet bag," said the prince. "Does anyone else live here?" The stepmother blocked the prince's view. "No, your highness." "I live here," cried Chickerella, but the prince didn't hear her. He turned with the page and turned to leave. "Wait! I lay glass eggs. Is that what you're looking for?" "Why, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Release her at once." "Oh, your highness surely wouldn't marry a servant, Chickerella." "Finding the bride was my mother's idea. I only went to the ball to see all the fancy gowns." "Oh, me too!" exclaimed Chickerella, running out into the sunlight. "Why, your costume was excellent, my dear." "Thanks, your highness. I'm really into fashion." There was a burst of sparkles. "Fashion? Did I hear fashion?" "Well, I'm into accessories," said the prince, "especially shoes." "We all love clothes," said Chickerella. "Let's start our own fashion business." "Done," declared the prince. "We'll name it after you." So the fairy goose mother zapped up some fabulous fabrics. Chickerella cut and stitched, and the prince designed stylish shoes to match. And that's how they started the fashion line called Chickerella. Their first show was in New York, and it was an extravaganza. And together the three friends worked happily ever after. The end. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday.